Thank you for watching this podcast, but this podcast is going to be very special because we have multiple guests from VILNIUS TECH University, students who are already studying in Lithuania, and let's discuss life of student in Lithuania at VILNIUS TECH. So please, if you can introduce yourself one by one.
Okay, my name is 𝔼𝕍𝔸𝕃. I come from India, New Delhi, and I am studying pre-masters in business management in VILNIUS TECH University.
Right.
Hi, I'm Harshita. I come from Bangalore, India, and I'm studying bioengineering at VILNIUS TECH.
Hi everyone, I'm 𝔼𝕍𝔸𝕃. I'm from Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and I'm doing my bachelor studies first year in Information Communication Technologies.
Great. So you all have come in the year 2023 September, and now we are sitting in April 24. So probably you are the best people to give us the feedback about the life of a student in VILNIUS TECH. I always tell people, that any experience cannot be completed without a student experience. So, people who have been living here for 2-3 years, we have listened to their podcast as well, because once you live for some time, you always get settled down. But I think somebody who has just come in the last year actually gave us the real picture of the society and the culture. Coming to you from North India, we are talking about coming from New Delhi. How did Lithuania happen to you?
It's started for the starting when I just came here. It's difficult for me for the weathers and for the job purpose, for the money purpose also. Then I do the delivery jobs in the starting with risking the studies also. Then I got the job in proper job I got, and now I'm studying. It's little bit easy but not proper easy.
Okay. When it comes to your program, you're studying bioengineering in VILNIUS TECH. A lot of students who come from Bangalore, they look at the Bangalore itself for the higher education, because Bangalore itself is a hub for education, or Chennai or Mumbai. Your decision of coming to Lithuania versus studying in India, was it really worth it?
Definitely, I would say so, because coming to Lithuania especially has provided me with the opportunity to study this subject. I had looked around for the specific subject, and it's actually quite rare. They either do biomedical engineering or you have to pick a specialization within biology itself. So VILNIUS TECH has provided this particular course, and in a wide variety as well. So I'm exposed to a lot, which I wouldn't have been.
Great. Coming from Chennai, for you, the communication program, why Lithuania? Why was this country or this university your choice?
Actually, glad you asked me that, because I was always looking to do my bachelor studies abroad, and then I came to Europe as a decision. And when the reason I chose Lithuania is because Lithuania has an amazing ICT landscape. It is one of the biggest booming sectors, and I think as someone who wants to study ICT, this is a great place for me to begin my career. Okay,
great. Today we're going to have a lot of questions about practical matters, because I've got a lot of content on our channel about why Lithuania, why VILNIUS TECH. We've also we've done a shooting for the laboratories as well, where they have spent 36 million euros as well. So students, you can go to our channel, and there's a link in the description where you can find all the videos about laboratories in Lithuania and VILNIUS TECH. Coming to practical matters, student, when they come from India, we of course have we are the lowest living side. Coming to Europe is going to be a higher living side. So you are living outside the hostel. How much do you pay per month for your accommodation, if you can share that?
I pay around 500, but I honestly think it's worth it, because I have my own studio space, and it's also a co-living space. So I also have the opportunity to meet other people from other countries, other universities. And it also provides me with a lot of amenities in the city center as well. So I genuinely think it's worth paying the extra money to live outside.
Right. And when it comes to student hostel, you're living in student hostel. So how much do you pay per month on student hostel?
I pay 170 for a double room right now. I'm lucky enough to have a room that comes with a bathroom attached, so there's a lot more privacy. So my experience may not be the same as others in the same dormitory. But also we have a shared kitchen, which has got ovens, just got 8 stoves, so it's a great place to be.
Normally students says that the cost of living include water, heating, electricity, internet in this 170.
Yes.
Because we see 170 is around about 13,000 rupees.
Yes.
It's quite on the lower side when we talk
Yeah.
about. In Bangalore, in Mumbai, also in Chennai, you don't find such kind of accommodation in this pricing. So do you think it's worth for the money which the services you get here?
Yes, I think when people look at 170 as a big number, they're like, oh my god, it's a lot, especially if your parents are funding it or you're taking a loan. But then when you look at how much the external bills cost outside of the dormitory, you realize you're getting a great deal being in the dorm.
Okay.
And I think it's a good place.
So both the side now we have one person living outside the dorm, one person living in the dorm, and of course it's up to your personal choices. Of course, if you want to pay more money, you can get your personal space. Makes sense. As a female student, how about security here? Because I think a lot of people will ask, I'm sending my child to Lithuania. Right? You girls must be 18 or 18 plus when you came here,
I was
right?
like 17.
17, okay. And sending a child who's 17 years old to a European country, a Baltic country, sometimes is not very easy for a lot of parents, What message you want to give it to parents who are thinking to send their children in 2024, 25, whose kids are 16, 17? Is this place actually safe as we, including me, claim on that? Or maybe because you're a student and you can tell exactly, how safe is it?
So I would say first, Vilnius is a very forgiving city, I would say that.
Okay.
In the sense that even if you may not know the language, if you try your best to make yourself heard, it's like if you go to a supermarket, they're probably not going to understand you. You can't get frustrated, you can't, if you have patience in yourself and you're willing to let yourself be heard by them, then I think that you'll be able to communicate better. You will not have communication problems.
Okay.
And also with respect to safety, I think it's an incredibly safe place. You could be, first of all, there are no tourist traps as you would see in other European countries. I think that's a big thing that I noticed. I was like,
the one you see in Paris and Amsterdam, and we all have seen on the YouTube all those videos.
Yeah.
I mean, you see reels about like, the tourist traps. Actually, not seen one so far.
Okay.
So it's extremely safe. You can walk out at any time. As long as you're kept to yourself, you'll be good.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, definitely. And I've also seen that it's a lot of people here speak the language, including the police, anybody. So if you need any help, they're very easy to reach out to. And yeah, you'll be able to, it's a very safe country.
So the mindset that people have about the Lithuania or a Baltic nation back in India, it's absolutely different because, people think, okay, it's an ex-USSR country, though it is a Schengen country, people still judge them on their old version of Lithuania, which is kind of different now. Yeah. It's more latest version, You've been to Riga, you mentioned, and you've been to Amsterdam.
Yes.
Now, you've been to 2 more cities of the European Union. Do you see Lithuania equal to Amsterdam, or you see a difference?
Definitely, I see them equal in some senses and different. Amsterdam is a very commercialized tourist spot.
Touristic.
Yeah. So definitely, if you're coming as a student on a student's budget, I feel like Lithuania is better in that sense because a lot more things are more affordable. And even the tourist things that you want to do here are considerably more affordable than in Amsterdam. So you can explore the city, see the sights along with your studies, your university, and everything will be possible. And yeah, that's one major thing that I've noticed. And Lithuania is also a quite nice, quaint city compared to Amsterdam, which is a lot more crowded and bustling. Commercialized, like
very commercialized.
Yeah.
I mean, anything is like very expensive.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, any hotel you pick up, you wouldn't get anything less than 100 euros
definitely
minimum,
not,
right?
Yeah.
I think you were right. Study in Lithuania and see the Europe.
Yes, exactly.
Probably that's the best way to do it because when you go as a tourist, you only have to stay a few months, few days actually. But Lithuania is again, can be a second home.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming from North India, from New Delhi, what was in your mind? Was it Lithuania as per your expectation, or is it more than the expectation or below your expectation?
No, before I'm applying for the university, I was researching regarding the European Unions. So it's very vast from my expectation. I didn't expect these things in Lithuania.
Okay.
Because I heard about Lithuania, it's a not very developed areas. It's not safe for the people who
That's exactly what the
Yeah.
internet says about Lithuania, guys. It's not a very developed area, you know.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to have this question, you know, very upfront because, you know, it's an internet world and the real world.
Yeah.
This is the real world, you know. This is the reality. So probably, yeah, from the expectation point of view.
Yeah, because I hear on YouTube and Google's, they said that Lithuania is not much developed. The internet service is not advanced. So it's not safe for people who work late night and so on. When I just came here, first of all, it's a first day is very bad experience because I didn't get the room in dormitory. I live outside
Okay.
for a few weeks. Then on that purpose, I roam around lately around. Then I think that it's very vast. It's very developed in the internet purpose, and safety is very good because the police is already roaming around in the safety purpose. And the rules and regulations are very strict here because if you face any issue, you directly call the police and they will come with fire brigade, ambulance and so on very short time period.
So quality of life is maintained.
Yeah, the
Yes.
quality
I mean,
of life is very
You know,
good.
we all come from metro cities, you know, Mumbai, Chennai, Bangalore, Delhi. I think the crowd and the rush we have seen in our own country, we don't see 3 million people in this country, you know, you don't see rush. And that's also gives some kind of, you know, privacy or relaxation to your mind that you're not in a very crowded place. Otherwise, in Amsterdam, you are always in crowded place.
Yeah, definitely.
When it comes to education quality, you know, because now you have studied your first year, nearly about to finish the first year, the expectation of your from your professors or from your labs, you know, was it up to mark, or were you happy to see what you got for the price you paid, or you disappointed?
I can speak from myself and the course that I'm studying.
Yeah.
I was actually really happy with the lectures that I had, especially
Okay.
for my first year. My introduction to ICT professor. You know, we had lots of conversations in class presentations, and I mean, I came here with the idea that I did want to, you know, study ICT, but with how the conversations were and how intriguing his opinions were and his perspectives were, I actually feel more confident in the subject that I'm studying.
Okay.
So I think I love the experience.
So you are quite happy with the decision you made.
Yes.
You had opportunity to study somewhere else also. You were discussing about other countries as well, like US,
Yeah.
but you still chose Lithuania.
Yeah.
Reason, because you were considering it, you know, so somehow you have in mind
Yeah.
that I might go to, you know, other country. So you switched from what was the other country?
I initially wanted to go to the US for
Okay.
my studies, and the main reason why I switched towards Lithuania was the cost, because I
Cost.
was getting the same like experience or studies that I was going to get for a lower price.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if I was willing to continue my studies to master's or PhD, I'm going to continue spending money. So I feel like starting here and building off of this was a really good decision.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think this is what I always tell people, you know, the bachelor's degree, do not spend 80 lakh rupees, you know, for your bachelor's and then try to find scholarship at the master's.
Yes.
It's better you basically study a bachelor at a reasonable cost, and then you can spend money you have saved in the master's, so to have a better understanding of the
Yeah,
program. Because
absolutely.
bachelor is your foundation,
Yes.
and your master is your specialization.
Yes.
So in specialization you can keep them, and I think, as you very well said, that the money was the important part. I think when we say going abroad, the first thing is money,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
And I think if you have gone to US, you think financially you would have been needing some education loan. at that time,
Definitely. Yeah.
right?
for
And
sure.
now in Lithuania, do you still need the education loan as well?
No.
No. So there's a big difference.
Yeah.
So this is the practical difference we're talking about.
Yeah.
You were planning to go to Australia when we met in Delhi, right?
Yeah.
I remember that your mother came to me with you. We had a chat about, you know, going to Australia, and this was your plan. And then that conversation changed the entire, you know, course. And you decided to then now apply for Lithuania. Now, you were planning to go to Australia, and now you're in Lithuania. Do you regret that part?
No, it's not regret for me right now because going for Australia is my main purpose because one of my sisters is living there from past 10 years. So the living cost will be managed at that time, only the expense for the study and for the job purpose. But it's still it will be the parental thing when I live with him. In Lithuania, it will be the confidence because I am independent right now. I'm earning right now, and I'm spending my hard money to my studies only. It's independent
Very
for
true.
me and taking my best decision for my financials also. So it's not regret for that because in Australia you need very strong financial background because you have to show ITR and something also.
Absolutely.
And in Lithuania, it's not important for ITR. It's just for your studies marks and graduation or a 12 plus.
Very
That's it.
true.
It's not regret for me.
I think it's again about the investment because I
Yeah.
think when we had a chat with your mother and you, we come to a conclusion that the budget which you were having was not appropriate for Australian education.
Yeah.
And putting yourself into the loan would be a big problem because I believe you would have to take a bigger loan, right?
Yeah, it's almost around 40 to 50 lakhs show money to the Australian embassy.
Yes. But did you took a loan for coming to Lithuania also?
No, I don't took any loan for that. I have a savings for my previous job and some
Great.
family members helped me.
So you kind of managed without loan.
Yeah.
So you don't have any stress on yourself. The parents don't have stress, that there's a lot of money you have to repay to the bank.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, it becomes stress because it doesn't matter, you're studying, that your parents have taken a huge loan. So I think I personally believe that the student should always take the loan when it's really necessary, but they can actually go to different country, different university. There are good universities across the globe where they can actually study for low cost. Coming to the job opportunities, yesterday we all were there in the career day of VILNIUS TECH. It was amazing to see such 150 companies. We all were there. It was your first career day for you?
Actually, I think she is.
Yeah, I
Oh,
attended.
you there? Okay.
Yeah.
It was your first career day.
Yeah, definitely.
And how was the first impression after seeing so many companies in the campus coming to recruit students?
It was definitely a very fresh perspective that I hadn't seen before because before in schools and stuff, it would be different unis that were coming to recruit students, but now it's different companies. So seeing how different it is from what I had been used to was definitely interesting. And yeah, they also brought a lot of their technology that they're developing to showcase to the students. I think it was definitely a learning experience as well.
I was very amazed to see that they are not only having recruiters and HR, they got business heads also there.
Yeah.
So if I want to hire someone, the student can meet the managers, and they can actually get shortlisted, or they can also connect with them as well. I think this is the difference between the culture. In India, we say placements.
Yeah.
In here, we say career day.
Yeah.
In India, we always say, how many people you have placed, how many people you have placed in your college, in Google, in HCL, because the Indian audience want to know that. They want to say, what is the guarantee I'm going to get a job? Whereas here, there is no guarantee. Guarantee is that you're getting a good quality education at an affordable price, right? And then rest is up to you how you use them. There were so many companies yesterday. Did you realize that 80% of the companies have written in English language all the posters? So when I was talking to them, they said, we are an English-speaking company and we are looking for people who can speak in English, and that's okay. We don't need it. And the Lithuania has become a base for all the service industry. So all the big corporates now have their backend in Lithuania in terms of technology, in terms of ICT, in terms of business consulting, and companies like Accenture are hiring pretty massively because they have just opened the office 2 years back and they are hiring a lot of profiles. When it comes to teaching methodologies of the professors, how do you see your department, in terms of teaching? Are you happy with the education quality you're getting? Okay, labs, we all know they're top-notch labs. It's a world-ranked university. All those things, It is now. I would not want to repeat those things which you know back when you're in India. I want to know the education side, the real side. When somebody's watching this video, it's like, okay, I am thinking to go to Lithuania, but what will be my opinion after reaching Lithuania? So now when you have paid the tuition fee, you got the TRP card, all the done, accommodation set, let's come to the education quality, because that's something which you came for. The most important thing, the quality of the education. So how do you rate the quality at your level?
I would say quality, I think the quality is good, but it really, your experience, your educational experience here will depend entirely on you. I think some professors are, they have this option of, okay, you just finished this many assignments and I will give you a 5. So they have some leeway for students who are working a lot. But if you're somebody that wants to get ahead and you want to have a better understanding of your subject, they would really take their time out and explain everything to you. I mean, they have consultation hours where you can go to them and you can ask them all your doubts. So I think, and also even with your presentations, if they understand that you are here to work and you just I don't want to get an understanding of the subject, they will help you just stay afloat. But they're also here to make sure that you can excel if you want to.
Okay, it all depends upon you.
Yes.
How much you want to squeeze in.
And something that I would like people who are coming here to note is there is a lot of self-study involved if you do want to do well. I think they make the material public. They always give you extra material as well. So if you're willing to put in your own effort, I think you can always do that.
What about your department?
I think my department is pretty good. It's a very diverse department, and the teachers also, since it's a more scientific background and they know that a lot of us don't come from the same high school experience, some people might be ahead, some people might be behind. So I think they really take the time to make sure that we're all on the same page first before they get into explaining the concepts that need to be taught. So I think that's a very nice thing that they've taken up on themselves.
How many Indian students do you have in your class of first year?
It's just me.
You?
Yeah.
Okay. And the rest all are?
Rest all are from many different countries like Georgia, Turkey, Tunisia, and Ukraine as well.
Pretty global class.
Yeah, pretty diverse class, I'd say. Yes.
So technically, you are not in one of those classrooms where you have too many Indian students.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you feel like, okay, I'm in an Indian classroom.
Yeah, definitely.
What about yours?
I mean, I have I think we're a class of 15 and there's a class of 10, and there's 2 other Indian students.
Wow.
So
A class of 10 to 15 means a good ratio of teachers to you.
Yeah.
You're not in like one of these 50 or 70 sitting down,
Oh no, but there are certain courses. I think computer engineering, they have like 50 students in their group. If I'm not wrong.
IT is still different.
Yeah, but ICT, I think a lot less people are aware of the scope, and so there's just 10 of us, and I think it's a good ratio.
Okay. What about yours program?
My program is little bit theoretical and more practical, because my professors told me that you have to make your product. Well, it means it's a business strategy. You have to think about a businessman as an entrepreneurship. You make a product like a startup procedure. They just give us to make your startup and present to us. If some of the startups means one of my colleagues in one of my subjects, it's called a funding for its startups.
Wow.
Also.
Whoa.
So that's very good for my field also.
And he is your pre-master student?
No, he's not from pre-masters. He's bachelor students from, I think it's from Germany.
Okay. Right. And so at the moment you're doing a pre-master because you have a 3 years bachelor's degree from India.
From India.
So if you have a 3 years bachelor's degree from India, you have to do a pre-masters, and then you do a master's as well. So depending upon what you want to study, if you're a BCom student, you can do master in business administration, leadership, international business, economics, and fintech engineering as well. So you can do a master's in fintech if you have BCom or BBA. When it comes to the culture here about the mixing with the local students, so you being into the first year, do you also have some social activities here in the university where you first year students are mingling with the seniors and knowing more each other?
Yeah, I mean, we have Erasmus Student Network chapter in VILNIUS Tech.
Okay.
And they conduct, I mean, I'm also a part of it. So we conduct a lot of activities that involve, we invite the students of all groups, all years. So we have a chance to mingle with them.
Okay. And are you planning to go to ERASMUS Exchange?
Yeah.
You both?
We have both applied for next year.
Okay. And which country are you planning to go?
I've planned for either Sweden or Portugal.
Okay. Which university are you planning?
In Sweden, there is 𝐼CICI University.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you've heard of it.
Yeah.
It's a really good university, and they've actually also won a Nobel Prize for chemistry.
True.
So I am hoping for that.
What about you?
I've applied to Sweden, but with Belgium and France.
Okay.
𝐶TH University.
𝐶TH.
Yes, that's right.
𝐶TH, yeah. What about yours?
Right now, I'm not planning for Erasmus because I am already a mentor in mentorship. I just opted, and I have around 5 students under me.
Okay.
And it's difficult for me to take Erasmus, and I have a job also.
Okay.
It's difficult for me.
So Erasmus Exchange is a opportunity with international students get in Lithuania or any European country where you come to study in one university, in your home university, and you spend a semester abroad. And in this semester, you do not have to pay extra tuition fee. You can go, let's suppose you can go to 𝐾TH, you don't pay any extra tuition fee. And you also get living expenses and air ticket from your home university, which will be VILNIUS TECH in your case. So you knew this whole opportunity when you were in India, or you got to know only when you came here?
I had like a brief idea of what it was in India, which is actually one of the main reasons also why I chose to study in Europe.
Okay.
So I'd get a broader exposure to many different countries, universities, and have a broader research network as well, something I'm into. So, but then I only got to know in detail that I wouldn't have to pay extra fees or anything like that since coming here, and that I'd be funded by my university. It's an added bonus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What were you?
I was actually very well aware about it when I was back in India. I think I was looking for all the opportunities that was available in VILNIUS TECH, and this was one of them.
Great. I think when it comes to quality education and you finish your education in any country, the second thing you're looking at now is master's education. After bachelor's, you have to do master's. Will you do your master's also in Lithuania, or you're planning to do your master's somewhere else?
I'm planning to do it somewhere else.
Somewhere else. What about you?
Yeah, same here.
Same here. Just because of the experience and exposure you want to have?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, that's why we came abroad.
Okay.
I think coming back here, I think I would like to look around before deciding that this would be the best place for me to settle.
Okay. When it comes to job opportunities, like you are now working full time, right?
Yeah.
And how many hours do you work?
It's a 10 days job in a month.
Okay. So, and how many hours each day?
It's 12 hours.
Okay.
10 to 12 hours.
In total, you work 120 hours a month.
Yeah.
Which will be around about somewhere like 20 hours, not even 20 hours a week. It's
approximately 2 days in a week.
Okay.
Means approximately 20 to 24 hours.
So you basically you can work full time.
Yeah.
Because master degree students are allowed to work full time. Bachelor degree students are allowed to work full time. But with bachelors, we are very specific that your education should not get suffered. And I think if you bachelor degree student cannot work full time because you have classes in the day. You know. How about the job opportunities for students, not in the main field, but student jobs? Are there student jobs available here?
Yeah, there are lots of opportunities for the students here, because first of all, when the student will come, he don't know about anything, he will opt for the delivery job. That's me. I have opted for 2 months. I do 2 months jobs, and in between that, I'm searching for the office job also, because I'm having experience of office job. And when I'm not getting any job, I just consulted with one of my professors that I am facing some issue in job. They also helped me to find that job. That in their link also, I make my profile on LinkedIn also. Some of the HRs is also contacting me. Yeah, it's good for if you have experience, if you have a knowledge, or if you have a talent, you will get a job.
Okay, so it's good to say that if you're coming to Lithuania, part-time job opportunities are no problem, provided you are smart worker, not hard worker, but smart worker, right? So there is opportunities here.
Yeah, there's lots of opportunities like restaurants, delivery, saloons, and office jobs. If you all know the language, you will go for the main courses of like management and something else.
Okay, great. Coming to international education, how do you rate VILNIUS? Because you come from business faculty, and they come from the engineering side. So in business faculty, your education is very well ranked. The business program in VILNIUS TECH University is top 200 on QS. So isn't the education quality also very high, or is it very not? Could you just share something about that?
No, as compared to India, India's only goes for the theoretical knowledge, not for the practical. Because after you will complete a master's or PhD, when you're looking for the job, they will ask for the experience. In Lithuania, they are not go for the theoretical, they will go for the practical. They just give you a project that this is your startup and you have to make the prototype or something, startup like that. If that will pass, you will get a funding for that. You will make a startup in very less age, like 18 or 21 years, you will become an entrepreneur. And that's very good part, that you are getting also experience and with the knowledge also.
Great. To understand this better, let me play a small clip from the Faculty of Business lab. This lab is basically a lab sponsored by one of the companies in Vilnius. So we'll see what kind of a lab business student can have access to, because normally in business studies you don't have labs, you have classrooms, like high-tech classroom, projectors, teacher comes in, they teach and they go. But let's see, how does the business lab look like in VILNIUS Tech? So when you travel abroad, you didn't have a visa. You didn't need to have a visa to go to Riga or to Amsterdam because you have a Schengen temporary resident card.
Yeah.
How easy it is, because a lot of people who haven't gone to Europe, they don't understand the possibility, or the opportunities they can explore with this resident permit card.
Yeah.
If you can share something with the fellow students who are planning to come to Europe, then how will this help them?
This is actually very useful. It's like how you would travel within flights in India itself, and it's actually in a much shorter amount of time. So if you also have a lot of exposure to a lot of opportunities across so many countries. So if you're coming to Lithuania, it doesn't mean you're only in Vilnius. You can explore many things, not just tourist-wise, but also career-wise, internships-wise. You have a lot of opportunities across so many different countries. So I think having this TRP is very useful. This visa as well.
When you had a TRP in India, you got a TRP card, like a plastic card, and you came to Lithuania. Did you have to do more of some paperwork, or it was no paperwork at all? You have this TRP card, now you can go to your university, you can go to work.
No, yeah, there was no other work. I think I just kind of walked into it.
Okay, you don't have to do more paperwork. What about you? You're working already now. So do you have to file some paperwork before you go to job, or you can straight away go to job with the TRP card?
No, go straight away job with the TRP card, because you will have a specific number on that personal number that the companies wants to know that personal number, and they will make a contact on that.
There is no bureaucracy, there is no paperwork. Just come down, land in, straight to the university and work.
Because in 2019 there was no TRP card they were providing, the European Union especially, they were providing a student visa, and the students will come and file for the TRP, and then they will get a TRP for that. But now that issue has been sorted out, they will just provide me a TRP card and you can work on that.
Indian food, are you all or Indian diet on daily basis?
Mostly.
Mostly.
You can get chickpeas and rajma at the supermarket.
You have Indian diet, it means.
Sorry?
You haven't shifted to European diet. You are on still an Indian diet, normal day.
Mostly. Yes,
Mostly. What about you?
I've kind of shifted because it's significantly more easy. I wouldn't say European diet, more of a student diet.
Student diet.
Yeah.
That's the right word. That's the right word. What about you?
No.
Indian?
Yeah, totally Indian.
Totally Indian diet.
Because I'm not able to shift to the European diet.
I know.
I'm from background is from Punjab, and Punjabi wants to eat more and more. That's
I know. I understand that part, and I know what foodie means actually.
Yeah.
So, is it easy to find your own food in this class? Is it in Vilnius? Do you find your spices, any materials, and raw materials as well?
No, actually.
Not. Okay.
Yes. So I actually had to get some of my spices shipped from India. I used the government postage, which means quite cheaper.
Okay.
But there's some Indian restaurants. There are lots of Indian restaurants. There's one or two Indian stores across Lithuania, but I think you will struggle if you are trying to stick to Indian.
Specific spice.
Yes.
Specific South Indian spice, if I make it more easy.
Yeah, I mean, some people try to make it work with paprika, but I think we know it's.
You need gunpowder. You need gunpowder.
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand what it means. So you import them from India from postal service. This is also a good suggestion for people. How much do you pay for in postal services to ship it here? I mean, how many kilos cost you? How much?
The initial cost, I think, charged by the postal service will vary by state, I assume.
Okay.
I think it was around 5,000, and I think the delivery charges will also vary by state.
So 5,000 rupees
you can expect maybe around 10,000.
In 10,000 rupees?
For 13 kilos.
13 kilos. So you got 13 kilos delivered to your doorstep at 10,000 rupees.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, and if you put 13 kilos spices, That's
I
probably.
mean, it's not all spices.
Yeah, I would like to. So if you want spices in one sense, once in a year,
But
I think
actually, now that the year is ending, I've realized that I could have done with just like maybe 5 kilos in total, maybe 8.
okay.
I think when your parents send you stuff, they will excitedly send you so many packets of everything.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can
right.
imagine.
But if somebody's, coming, they can take that.
I think other than the living and everything, the whole society here, the clean air, the organized way of lifestyle. Do you think this is something do you appreciate that, or you like, some people like, oh, it's everything is very organized, I have to be on time, I'm coming from an Indian culture, you know what I mean? Like, is it something you really like it, or you feel like it is too organized?
I personally enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm a very organized person, so I'd say I love it. Yeah.
Okay, so if you're organized, you love
Yeah.
it. What about you? I can see his face. I can see in his face. He's saying.
First 2 months, it's difficult for me because I'm not organized for that.
You know what? It's not only for you. I think for people from North India, I think they will understand what I'm trying to say. A lot of North Indian students face challenges in terms of organized way of living because things are not very organized in North part of India.
North part of India.
They are organized in South part of India, I believe. I'm coming from North as well, but this is what the true side is.
Yeah, because in school life I'm not organized. In college life I'm not organized. But here I have to come. First 2 months is very difficult for me because I'm late for my first lectures and so on. It's very difficult for me.
Yeah, because lectures start at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
It starts 4 p.m. It doesn't start 4:15.
Yeah, it starts.
And the professor expects you to be there on your own.
Yeah, it means 5 minutes before you in the
Which is
class.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you also get late for your lectures?
No.
No. It's about how seriously you're looking after your education.
I try to catch the bus that reaches at least like 10 minutes before in case the lecture tries to come early.
I think it's very important from student perspective also that you actually come prepared with a mindset as that you are coming for some specific reason, and your education is your priority. So when that happens, I think this whole problem of on time and cultural difference always. I see less students from South India having these problems as compared to North India. What do you say on that?
No, that's very true.
This is true.
Yes,
Very true.
Yeah.
I know I've been told from the different professors about this thing that I think it's just a cultural thing between North and South India. I would say not only from Europe and India basically. Great. So let's conclude this podcast and thank you so much for giving all this information, because I think your piece of information will always help some student to take some kind of a decision, because when you are in India, you don't know about Lithuania, but now students know a lot about Lithuania in different perspective, and not only tuition fee, not only living expenses, but really the life is about. Any message you guys want to give to fellow Indian female students? Because I think male students, we always see there's more male students going abroad, and it's picking up now. A lot of female students also going abroad, but due to security concern, the parents are a bit conservative, and which is also true for their side. Anything you want to say?
I would just say come with an open mind and be ready to be prepared.
Okay.
And that's it.
Super. What about you?
No, I mean, seeing how I grew up in a big city, I've had a lot of freedom in my life, so honestly, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. You'll make it.
You'll be
make it.
fine.
Anything from your side to your North Indian friends who are thinking that Lithuania as destination?
The only advice is to be prepared for discipline.
That's very
Be
important.
prepared for discipline.
Absolutely. There's nothing can be achieved without discipline. And it doesn't matter it's gymming, doesn't matter it's music or education. Discipline is very, very important.
Because right now I just make my timetable. This is my timetable for studies. Now I have to go for 2 hours gym, then for sports also. Then I have a job. It's very disciplined life right now.
Great. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining for this podcast, and really appreciate your time. And hope to see you soon in your final graduation day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.